Now, this will be the last thing that we'll do part of this section. This was a heavy section. I won't lie to you. And I thank you guys for watching the videos and sticking in there. You guys are the real MVPs. But it says here, the graphs of f and g are shown. Evaluate the function at the given values of x if possible. So this combines what we learned in the algebra functions with the compositional functions. So for number one, we want to find f of g of 1, or f plus g of 1, excuse me. So it equals to f of 1 plus g of 1. So in this case, let's find f of 1. F of x is going to be the blue function. G of x is going to be kind of pinkish function. So f of 1, when x equals 1, the f function gives a value of 4. So it's going to be 4 plus, when g is 1, we have a value of negative 3. So 4 plus negative 3. A negative and a positive next to each other makes a negative. So 4 minus 3. And the answer is going to be 1. Estimated to be 1. Now we're going to do the same thing for questions 2 through 6. So we want to find f times g of 0. So that equals to f of 0 times g of 0. F of 0, which is going to be on the y-axis, is going to be 4. Times g of 0, which is also on the y-axis, is going to be negative 4. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. That is the solution to that question. 3, we want to find g minus f of negative 3. So g of negative 3 minus f of negative 3. So it says, in this case, g of negative 3 is an open circle, so that's undefined. Excuse me. My apologies. G of negative 3 is negative 5. Wow, I'm going off a little bit. G of negative 3, my apologies. G of negative 3 is negative 1, excuse me. Minus f of negative 3, open circle. This means this point does not exist on this graph. So that is undefined. Which means this answer is going to be undefined. Or you can put the answer is does not exist. Either one. My apologies for me get a little bit tongue-tied, a little bit tired here. It's 1:40. Let's continue. It says g of f of 3. I'm going to do that over here, number 4. F of g of 3. Which equals to f of g of 3. Well, according to this, g of 3, right here, g of 3 is going to be negative 1. So we have f of negative 1. F of negative 1 is going to be positive 3. So the answer to this, number 4, is going to be positive 3. Let's continue. We want to find g of f of 4. So there's going to be g of f of 4, g of f of 4. Now, f of 4 is 0 because it's on the x-axis. So now I have g of 0. And g of 0 is going to be negative 4. So the answer to number 5 is going to be negative 4. Now for 6, we want to find f of g of 1. Let's reset. G of 1, in this case, is going to be negative 3. So now we have f of negative 3. F of negative 3 Oh, it is going to be undefined or does not exist. I'll put DNE if it does not exist. So the answer to this question is going to be either undefined or does not exist. And that is how we perform the algebra functions and function composition using the graph of a function. Well, two functions in this case, function f and function g. All right, guys, that is it to this video. Hope you was able to follow. Hope it made sense. Once again, sorry for my little mess up. Nobody's perfect. I'll see you soon.